What's up, everybody? My name is KSaun. Welcome back to the PBA. This is week number 8. We've got 2 weeks left to go. Unfortunately, our record is 2-5. If you caught the battle last week, unfortunately, we took a loss against Nova. It was a close one, but unfortunately, we did not win that one, and I was thinking that my playoff chances are probably over. However, a couple of things happened this week with some of the other battles, and you're saying there's a chance. There's some other teams that if they lose out and we were to win out, depending on differential, we could make it over them. It's very, very unlikely, but I'm going to play like my playoff chances are still alive because technically they still are. We have to win this week and we have to win the next week. So I'm going to focus up and hopefully get a W this week, but we'll see what happens. But regardless, this should be a good match. We're facing off against Travistey this week, who is a 3-win, 4-loss record. Now, they took over the team after week 1, where they were already 0-1. So technically, this guy, I believe, is 3-3 as a player. Seems like a very good player, and they have quite a strong team. They have Deoxys Speed, who has just a ludicrous speed stat, able to set up hazards, also able to be pretty offensive and hit something like a nuke with Psycho Boost. He's got Terra Kilowattrel, which unfortunately for me has a really nice speed tier into me because it is just slightly faster than Iron Boulder. Also has access to the Terra Flying and Terra Water types. Meowscarada, also a nice speed stat, Protean ability, can be a spike setter, can also be a choice band, choice scarf mon that is just very, very effective. Gengar with the ghost typing is a nice spin blocker and also is able to make sure that I just can't body press everybody with my ZAMAZENTA. Nice speed stat, good special attacker. Everybody knows who Gengar is. Iron Crown, likely Assault Vest or Choice Scarf sets, I think, if it does come. Steel Psychic typing, Tachyon Cutter hits really hard. Volt Switch is really nice. It can always be a setup threat with like Calm Mind or Weakness Polity, Agility type sets, but I do expect it to be either Scarf or EV, I think, if it comes this week. I don't think it's going to come because of our Chi-Yu, but we'll see. Indeedee, thankfully, is not a Terra Captain, but it can still hit very, very hard and can also set up Psychic Terrain. They also have access to both Indeedee forms, both male and female. Terra, Hisuian, Arcanine is a massive threat. Access to Terra Normal and Terra Grass. So I know I have experience with Terra Normal Extreme Speed on my Lucario. This Arcanine Hisuian can hit like a truck with Terra Normal Extreme Speeds, and Grass is just really nice defensively if I try to hit it with like an Earthquake or a Water type move or something like that. Great Tusk is the best spinner in the game. Also gets access to Stealth Rock, Photosynthesis ability, and honestly just is really, really, really strong. Hits everything like a truck. Crazy physical attack and defense stat. You basically have to kill it with special attacks. Primarina, 60 base, got Flip Turn, could be an AV set, could be a spec set. I expect an AV Primarina to be an answer to my Chi-Yu this week. An Arachnid here with the Water Bug typing can set up Sticky Webs, also go for massive liquidations. And this last mon on the board here, this might look like nothing. It's a Trapinch, Terra Trapinch. Low-key, I could see this thing coming. It is the ground type. It has the Arena Trap ability, which means that if I have a Pokemon in and he switches in Trapinch, I can't switch it out. I can U-turn or flip turn out, but if I don't have a momentum move, I cannot exit, which means this thing can just fight me straight up. I could actually see this as an answer to my Chi-Yu because Chi-Yu does not have any sort of means to like escape. So he could run a Terra that is defensively good into Chi-Yu, or he could just, after I kill something with Chi-Yu, bring in Trapinch and just Earthquake me because I can't get out of my fire or my ground weakness. So I actually could see that being a thing. But this week, to see what we are bringing, this is one of my 2 Pokemon that I will lead off this week with. Now, I'll be honest, depends on what he brings. I have 2 Pokemon in mind. This is one of them. If he doesn't bring Trapinch, I think there's a good chance that I probably lead this, but I also don't want him to trap my Torkoal with Trapinch and then kill it because this is my only Sun setter this week, and it is very important for me to set up the Sun. We've got the Heat Rock item, which means Drought. Sun turns are going to go from 5 to 8. Lava Plume, Solar Beam for coverage into the team. Rapid Spin to remove hazard, and Stealth Rock to get our own. We're going with a sassy nature on this Torkoal. Max HP, 228 Speed F, and 28 defense. I believe this investment is to make sure that we live any Jolly Great Tusk Headlong Rush. So if he's like Photosynthesis, but just like Jolly. Actually, I don't know if I did max attack. I'm not sure, but anyway, one of the default Great Tusk sets that are pretty common, we do live a Headlong Rush into. I should probably double check that. But mostly Spadef because, honestly, I just want to be able to switch into some of the special attackers better, especially Primarina. We resist the Fairy-type attack, but are weak to water. However, if we set up the Sun, that means we will not take nearly as much from, like, a Surf or something like that from the Primarina. The reason we want 8 turns of Sun, though, is for this guy. I know this is weird. This is only a 2-point Pokemon, and I keep bringing it, but honestly, this week, it looks actually crazy for its normal typing with the Grass. We're bringing Solar Blade and Knockoff as our 2 attacks with Sword Stance and Protect in the Mirror Miracle Seed item. Miracle Seed just enhances how much damage we do with grass type attacks. I could have ran Life Orb, but I didn't really want to sacrifice some of my HP each time that I attack. We're running full attack, full speed, 4 HP with an adamant nature, so it's technically not the fastest Leafeon we can make, but with this speed investment, we will outspeed a Choice Scarf Kilowattrel or any sort of Deoxys speed set unless that is also Choice Scarfed. We are Terra Grass this week because Solar Blade just kind of nukes the team. All of his like slow Pokemon, not all of them, but a lot of them are weak to grass. The Primarina is weak to grass, Great Tusk is weak to grass, grass hits Arcanine Hisuian neutrally. I mean, it nukes Trapinch, it nukes Indeedee. The fast Pokemon are the ones that resist the grass types, like Meowscarada or Kilowattrel. However, the thing about that is, those are really squishy mons, and if I get a Swords Dance up, I'm just one-hit KOing them anyway. So I think this thing actually can put in work. I just really need to play around my Sun turns well and be able to get this thing in under the sun. And now the reason I Protect here is because if he does bring the Trapinch and clicks First Impression, that will do a very large amount of damage to me, and it is a priority attack, so it'll go before me. And then I can just click Protect, block the First Impression, he can't use it again, and then I will just kill later with a Solar Blade. I also can use Protect just as a measure to see what kind of Terra type that maybe the Hisuian Arcanine is. If I decide that I'm in a spot where maybe I'm not +2, maybe I don't think I'm going to one-hit KO that thing, I can click Protect to see if it's going to Terra into normal or grass and then just kind of adjust accordingly. One of the mons I have to help me safely get in my Leafeon is my Empoleon with the Eject button. We're also running competitive as a ability here because if he sets up Sticky Webs, it will lower our speed, which means it will double our special attack stat. That will actually make our Surf hit a lot harder than it normally would. We are not here mainly to hit really hard though. I almost actually brought like a Choice Specs Empoleon this week because I think offensively it's really good, but this thing just defensively is too good into his special attackers. Aside from Kilowattrel, we resist both stabs from the Iron Crown, we resist both stabs from the Indeedee, we resist both stabs from the Primarina. Like, most of his special attackers is just not great into me. Even the Dio Speed, we resist that stab as well. So we've got Stealth Rock to try and get a hazard if we can't get it up on Torkoal. We've got Roost to basically just heal HP back. Flip Turn for momentum. And the reason I'm using Eject button here is I'm going to use this probably at some point as a switch into Primarina, which I think almost is a guarantee to come in. However, this helps me out a lot if he does end up going for Flip Turn, because if Primarina is in on, let's say, maybe something like my Chi-Yu, and I decide to switch out my Chi-Yu, and he clicks Flip Turn, predicting that just to get some momentum, the Eject button will come off, and my Empoleon will actually get launched out instead of Primarina, allowing me to go into something, if I have Sun Up, maybe like my Leafeon, and basically guaranteeing me a kill. So that is kind of my thought process here with this set. After we do lose the Eject button, we can just use it as a defensive pivot still, and hopefully just Roost back up damage again later. And I know this is weird, but we're running a second Eject button this week. And again, this is the main thing. This is my main physical attack switch in, especially for something like a Great Tusk. Unless he's running Heavy Slam, he really just can't hit us very hard. We are immune to Headlong Rush and Earthquake. We 4 times resist its fighting type damage. So a really good answer to that mon. I think he will probably run Heavy Slam just for that situation. But I think more likely what happens is a Great Tusk comes in, we switch in the Wheezing, and instead of maybe catching a Rapid Spin into a Heavy Slam, whatever he attacks us with, we will just Eject button out and then get something else in to more offensively deal with it, like our Leafeon or like one of the future mons that I'm going to show shortly. We've got the Strange Steam, Fire Blast, Pain Split here. If we get low on health, we can basically steal some of the HP from the other team. I've got Defog. It's not a poison move. I forgot to switch that, but that is just to remove hazards. He does have basically every hazard in the game. Not basically, he does have every hazard in the game. So we want to make sure that he can't stack those up against us. And it also does remove screens if I need to do that. Speaking of screens, and we've got a light screen on our weakness policy, Zamazenta, aka Fenrir. Now this guy is rocking Close Combat and Wild Charge for its 2 attacks. Full attack, Jolly Nature with 152 speed and 104 HP. And the thought process here is that if I get up a Trailblaze, I will outspeed everything Choice Scarfed except Deoxys, which I don't see a Scarf Deoxys coming. Light Screen makes it so that we can take any one special hit from any Pokemon on the team, and there are a number of them that want to proc a weakness policy on the Zamazenta. Iron Crown can do it, Deoxys Speed can do it, Primarina can do it. There's a common theme going on here. And with the Trailblaze, with the Light Screen, if we get to +1 speed, +2 attack, there are not many things, if anything, that are going to live a hit from the Zamazenta. Close Combat at +2, depending on the set for the Great Tusk, can one-hit KO. It can even one-hit KO a Kilowattrel, even if it's still the flying type. Wild Charge is here mainly for the Araquanid and the Primarina, but overall, I think these 2 moves I don't think we can just sweep the team here unless it's late in the game, because we will probably KO ourselves maybe with a wild charge. But I think we are actually in a pretty good spot where ZAMAZENTA could put in a lot of work if we can get that weakness policy and Trailblaze up. Last but not least, we are running Chi Yu here, the Ifrit. Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, and Ruination with the Choice Scarf. This is my favorite item to run on this guy, and for this week, I think it just makes too much sense. Iron Crown Scarf, I really want to be able to be faster than that thing. Also, a Scarf in DD can be a threat, so I want to be faster than that as well. Even Hisuian Arcanine can be, you know, a good Scarfer. There's Rapid Spin on Great Tusk, so I want to be able to be faster than any of those mons that can very easily get up to +1 speed. We should be able to still one-hit KO a Meowscarada, a Gengar, a Deoxys, and potentially even a Kilowattrel, depending on what move we click. So that I'm really not worried about having a Specs on this thing. Every time I have Chi-Yu in, I expect him to switch into one of 3 Pokemon. It will either be a Primarina with a very likely an Assault Vest, because it does resist both of our stabs. It could be also the Araquanid, because it does take the damage pretty well as well. It also could be the Trapinch. Very likely, though, I think the Trapinch would happen after we claim a KO, and then he would bring it in the next turn to try and just Earthquake us. If that happens, though, we are still... after we get a kill, Trapinch will come in, click EQ on us. We should still be able to do a ton of damage to it regardless. So Ruination is the only weird move here, and that is just if the Trapinch isn't here, I feel like I might click Ruination in front of something expecting a Primarina switch in, because it will take 50% of its HP off instead of much less. So that is kind of why I'm rocking that. So this is the team this week. I actually feel pretty good about it. Hoping to pick up a win against Travistey, guys. Good luck to him. Let's jump into the battle. All right. He brings the Trapinch. Oh, man. I thought this might come, man. I thought this could come. I think it's good into Boulder, potentially Chi-Yu. Brings a Kilowattrel. Doesn't bring the Meowscarada, which is nice. Doesn't bring Araquanid. So Primarina is definitely his Ifrit answer, Chi-Yu answer. And so because the Trapinch is here, I don't want to lead Torkoal. I would rather lead Fenrir here and go from there, I think. Because if he leads Trapinch... then I am in trouble. So just in case I will do that. Otherwise, I actually could lead Leviathan too here, to be honest. Do I want to just do that? No. No, I'll lead Fenrir. I think he probably leads Deoxys. But we'll see. But yeah, good luck, have fun to Travistey. Hopefully it's a good game. I don't think we can make the playoffs. We're not mathematically eliminated, but we have to win the next 2 weeks. We probably have to win by a lot. And we need some things to go our way. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. We'll see if we can pull off a win. Deoxys, Speed, Trapinch, Primarina, Iron Crown, Great Tusk, Kilowattrel. Gold Mine. Kilowattrel, okay. So I expected that this may happen. I imagine that this is probably competitive Kilowattrel. Problem is, do we live if it's... Choice Specs? I don't think so. In fact, I know we don't live at Choice Specs. If it's Specs, we'd be fine with the light screen up, but I can't really risk it. And so now here, I think he goes for a flying type attack, but I am in a tough spot. This is a rough lead for me. I kind of almost just want to go like Chi-Yu here, because he's not going to water type attack. He'll either Volt Switch or Terra Flying. This is tough, but I'm going to go into Empoleon here. This might be a mistake. We'll see. He just hard swaps. What is he going to? Manny. So he doubles. He doubles into Great Tusk. Interesting. So Great Tusk is his ZAMAZENTA answer, which is funny because Zama's kind of my Great Tusk answer, or one of them. Okay, we DC'd. All right, right on. All right, guys, we are back now. He had some sort of software issue with his Switch or something, so it shut down. So we are back at this moment. And now it's just deciding what the heck I want to do here, because I'm in kind of a rough spot. Honestly, I normally would switch in my Fenrir here that was just in a second ago, but I don't know if I want to do that anymore. So now I think I will just go into my Anima here. And if I have to eject button out, I eject button out. Hopefully he goes for like rocks or something. That would probably be better for me. He could potentially go for rocks just because I think he knows he threatens me. So we'll see. But I don't think he... Yeah, he goes for rocks. Okay. Cool. So here... I think I just... Strange Steam or Fire Blast? What comes in on a Strange Steam? Probably the Iron Crown. So maybe I Fire Blast? I don't think he attacks me, unless he has Heavy Slam. I think he just swaps. If he has Rocks, he may not have Rapid Spin. I don't know if he'd be 2 attacks, but he could be, I suppose. We're communicating. Hopefully he didn't DC again. That would be unfortunate. Hopefully he's just thinking. Okay, he does swap. Show me the crown. Fire Blast on the crown would be really, really nice here. Thatcher, I don't know who that is. That is the crown. So Fire Blast was the right read. You get a big old Fire Blast. How much does it do? That is probably Assault Vest. Oh, good God. Yeah, that is definitely looking like Assault Vest to me. So I know we just go right back into Leviathan here. So we come in. Does he Volt Switch or does he Tachyon Cutter? Volt Switch. Okay, thought that might be the case. It does do a decent amount of damage, but we do get the eject button out, which is nice. And now here, does a Scarf Chi-Yu kill from this range? Yes, it should. What I also could do, though, I also could just go for a Light Screen with a Trailblaze, maybe. No, I'll just go Chi-Yu here. Dude takes Rock's Chip, goodness, which is kind of annoying, but could be a lot worse. And so now here, Flamethrower should always kill. He should just go into Primarina here, though. So I kind of want to click Ruination. I know this is ballsy, but I kind of want to click it. I don't think he stays in here. I don't think there's any way he stays in here. Yep, he's going to swap. Show me this Ruination on a Prim. Prim should be the answer every single time. Aglaope? I don't know who that is. Yep, that is. Please hit. Let's go, Chi-Yu. Big damage. Big, 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 big damage. That is so big. And now we just go right back into Leviathan. He could flip turn here. I do want to get rid of these rocks sooner rather than later. That would be nice. Hopefully he goes for an attack instead of flip turn and I can just roost on it. Because I don't think he kills with any attack, even after Self Rock. Because we are very specially bulky. He could Calm Mind. That could be an issue, actually. I didn't really think about that. But we can always outspeed with something like Leafeon later. So I've made 2 hard calls before, so I think he may predict me to do that sometime soon. I may need to stop doing that soon. So yeah, we'll see. So I think he goes into Tusk. We've only seen Stealth Rock from Tusk, but... MDNA, Deoxys Speed, interesting. What is this thing doing to me? Is he gonna Superpower or something? Is he gonna set up on me with that Nasty Plot? I don't think I can afford to let this thing set up, right? Do I just flip turn? Probably. If Leviathan goes down, it goes down. It's already checked a couple of mons. It's lost its eject button. We'll see. He's gonna Superpower, yep. So that should take us out. So... is it a Eject Pack? Is it a Eject Pack? It is not. Life Orb. Okay. Which means... I don't think Chi-Yu's faster, though. I think we have to go Torkoal here. He's probably a mixed set. I mean, he could just be just physical. But I'd be a little surprised. I think I want to get rid of these rocks. I don't really appreciate the rocks damage on all these switches. If he takes me out, then Leafeon is sitting in a pretty good spot, I think. I'll spin. See what he wants to go for. He's going to Psycho Boost. Okay. Does not take me out. All that special defense investment coming up huge here. And now he's -2. Man, -2 if he's full special attack still does a ton to like all my mons here. I think I let Torkoal go down here. Gonna Superpower. Okay. All right, at +2, does Leafeon kill everything? Because that's what I'm going here. I think it does. Genuinely, I think at +2, I think it kills everything. We should have 6 turns left, I think. 6 turns of Sunlight. Could have priority. Can I Sword Stance in front of anything else? Or do I even need to Sword Stance is the question. I don't know if I need to really, do I? I think I just Solar Blade. No, I want to be +2 for Kilo. He doesn't know what Terra I am. All SD. If he clicks Psycho Boost and then Extreme Speed, then I'm probably in... Sweet. He swaps. Show me the first impression on the Trapinch. Oh, that's Manny. That's Great Tusk. He could be Rindoberry, I guess. I think he would have to be defense heightened in the sun. Is that enough? Say he's like max. Like max. No, I think we still kill. With Terra Grass, we should still kill. He'd have to be Rindoberry, I think. We should have 5 turns of basically attacking with Leafeon, which should be a ton. We should be able to get a lot done. Unless he's Rindo, I believe this just kills. He could be Focus Sash too, I guess, but I think he would have let it if he was Focus Sash. I don't know why you would be Sash. Please don't be Rindo. This should knock out. Beautiful. Let's go. Defense boost doesn't matter. We do take Rocky Helmet chip. I was curious about that interaction. I didn't know if Rocky Helmet happened with Solar Blade, but apparently it does. I think he has to go Trapinch here. I think he has to burn it with First Impression if he has First Impression. If he doesn't, that's great for me because I might have to protect. Yeah, if he goes Trapinch, I have to protect. Yep. Well, this sucks because he could First Impression on my Protect and then swap out. And it buys him a turn of Sun. But I don't really have a choice because otherwise I could just lose this thing right here. So I will protect on his potential First Impression. And he's going to Terra. Is it Terra Bug for extra damage? I thought this Trapinch might come, man. I almost ran Choice Band Leafeon. It's Terra Normal. Interesting. Maybe for quick attack damage? I think that's all it really gets that's normal. I don't know what else it would be for. Yeah. Show me the First Impression. Please tell me this was not for nothing. He goes for Flail. Is he Sash? He's got to be, right? I will still Solar Blade. Wow, I thought that was going to be First Impression. Flail does more damage the less HP you have, so this guy is Focus Sash. I'm still going to go for this, though. Maybe I shouldn't have went for this, because if he flails me, it kills me. Maybe this was a mistake. This is probably a mistake, because he's going to live on Sash, I think. If he's Eviolite, it should still kill, but if he's Sash, he just dies, and then Flail knocks me out. Maybe this was a mistake. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Trapinch is going to kill Leafeon, I'm pretty sure. I can't imagine we live that. Yeah, that's tough. Alright, well, Leafeon was about to basically clean up the whole game, but that's a really nice set by him with the Focus Sash, Terra Normal, Flail. We do outspeed with everything. I think I just get a free Trailblaze off, because he could Quick Attack, but that's all he can do, right? I think this is the best opportunity for me to go for this and just get a Trailblaze. Because I'll get a speed boost. He could Quick Attack and get some damage, but the Flail is cool tech. I did not expect that, man. I expected First Impression to come out. So we probably won't really have any Sun for Chi-Yu, but not the end of the world. I don't know, man. We'll see how this goes. Problem is, so we get the speed boost. But Great Tusk is really threatening to us now because although it's defensive, right? It's really defensive. So if we're -1 defense, does it knock us out? He could fear like Psychic Fangs or Ice Fang or something, I suppose. This is going to be tough. The Great Tusk is a big problem for my ZAMAZENTA. He built it super, super defensively. Aglio, that is Primarina. This might be exactly what we need. Does Trailblaze kill from here? Probably not, right? No, it doesn't, but we will always live behind a light screen, and we get our weakness policy up, so I'm going to do that. Light screen, we should get a weakness policy. Expect like a Moon Blast or something. Yep, that is what it's going to be. So we do take this. We get to +2 now, which is really nice. And now here, does Trailblaze at +2 kill? It should, right? Yeah, Trailblaze should always kill. It's all Trailblaze. So we are +2 speed. So we are very, very speedy at the moment. And I think Great Tusk is really the only thing standing in the way of us sweeping right now, because we will kill everything at +2 except for Tusk. What am I talking about? I killed Tusk. I'm literally sitting here like Tusk stands in our way. I killed Tusk with the Leafeon. What am I talking about? He has Iron Crown, Kilowattrel, and Dio left. I think I just win. I think close combat kills every time. If it's no bulk, it should kill. If I could Wild Charge, but if he's Volt Absorb, that's a really bad play, so I'll just CC. Kills. Huge. ZAMAZENTA might sweep here. God, I had a massive brain fart. I was thinking that Great Tusk was still alive. My Leafeon knocked out Great Tusk. That was the huge pop-off moment. Solar Blade just knocked it out in one hit. I think... I don't think he has any more priority. Iron Crown. Dio could have E-Speed. That could be what he's going for right now, potentially. But we'll see. I don't think E-Speed does enough anyway, though. So we're just going to CC. We outspeed, CC will kill it, and ZAMAZENTA hasn't had a pop-off game yet, but it looks like he's about to get one, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, the one thing standing in the way was that defense-boosting Great Tusk, and I don't know why I kept saying it was still around. It was definitely gone, because of Leafeon. Unless Iron Crown should be here and should just die to CC. And the weakness policy popped off. That is really, really awesome to see. GG to Travistey. I think this should be game. I don't think there's any world he lives this. Yep, he does not. And that is going to be game. Oh, baby. I don't know if it's going to end up mattering at all, guys, but we do get a W, which is pretty huge. We get a big 3-0 win against Travistey. And ZAMAZENTA gets to go crazy. Both Leafeon and ZAMAZENTA put in work, because Leafeon took out the Tusk in one hit. He was Photosynthesis defense boost and still got smacked in one shot, which is really cool. It basically took out the Trap Inch and allowed me to get that Trailblaze up. The weakness policy with the light screen just worked perfectly. Yeah, really, really excited about this one. Honestly, that feels really good to get off with the ZAMAZENTA. The early games, I felt like I made a couple of really nice calls. I don't know how much it would have mattered in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, that's pretty freaking awesome. GG to Travistey. We've got one more battle in the season going up against Sylvite. If we win that, depending on how the other matches go, maybe, just maybe, we keep our season going. Probably not, but there is always a chance. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.